Alright, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for episode 4 in season 11 of JASL After Dark. And we're excited to be back for candid conversations every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. right here on TikTok and Instagram. JASL After Dark is brought to you by Jamaica Aid Support for Life. And we are live, on, as we said, on JASL's Instagram and TikTok pages. We invite you to follow both pages. And with me, as usual, my co-host, Jamar Wagwan.
Bro, I'm tired though, I can tell you that for sure. Like, the week has been one that I was just up and down. And I'm talking about a week I would have started from last week into this week. So, chaotic, but I'm grateful.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To whom much is given, much is expected. And so, we have to put up the best.
Definitely. And after that, one of those places where we can unwind and, you know, we forget about everything else and we just start the things then, and it's a good night for that.
Alright. But to share this evening's, what we will be discussing this evening is the art of seduction. And to join in this evening's discussion, we have with us erotic author Denecia Green, aka Temptress, who will be telling us all we need to know about the art of seduction, spicing up the bedroom, and more. But of course, before we get into the discussion, we'll have to kick it up the right way. And by that, I mean jumping into our hot pot.
Hungry. I'm gonna want something juicy to eat.
It's
time for hot pot.
Hot pot.
Hot pot. Hot pot. No, sir. This
I'm nervous with the pots.
Right, so there are always some topics that are interesting and somewhat controversial. So each week we dip into our hot pot to find a topic to discuss. So we're going to ask our guest, Denecia, to...
We set it up for you.
Ooh. Not like one,
Right? It's a season. It's a season.
The hot pot is that one.
I'm just here to read the question, right? Nothing more.
I'm sure there's a question there that you're going to answer to.
A California man pleaded guilty to a murder of a man that happened 26 years ago, having confessed to his spouse, who was secretly helping the police. Do you think married couples have a duty to each other to keep secrets, or should they always put the law first? Hold on a little bit. So a man pleaded guilty to murder, right?
Yeah, happened
26 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Confessed to his spouse. But then his spouse was working with the police. So do you think married couples have a duty to each other to keep secrets, or should they always put the law first?
We're going to kick it off with you, Denecia. Tell us what you think.
Why?
What's greater, your duty to your partner or the law of the land?
This is sticky. I mean, it's your partner, you know, somebody you love.
Yeah, but it's murder.
It's murder, yes. God, Jesus, I feel like you're not set me up.
No,
I
just want to hear
We put in the law first, but it would be a very hard decision, though, because at the end of the day, I'm going to lose somebody. That's my lifelong partner right there.
Right.
But if he took a life, if you do the crime, you have to do the time, right?
Jamar, what do you think?
You know, me look on out of the question altogether is the fact that I want to know how long they would have been married to understand the intention of the person who's working with the police, because that's crazy. You legit plan with the police to be with me. So you tell them, for example, if they would have been together for 10 years. That's 10 years of facade that I bought into.
Well, I'm not sure if the marriage happened as a result of working with the police. Maybe the police then reach our one away and say, here what, we know you're married to him and we have something on him and we need your help with taking him down. That could be a possibility. And I feel like that's more what happened. I feel like that's more likely to be. That's all like movie, you watch too much TV, you know. that's all like it's a movie plan, plan out.
Look at them think that it can't be true. But in this case, remember when you take an oath for the
police?
No. We get the question wrong. Wait, let me answer it again. Because The law is the law.
Yeah,
But
the law is the law.
no. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry.
Listen, as me see it,
I'm not do it.
if I'm married to you, yeah, I'm ride or die. I'm not sell you out, no matter what the law says, unless it's a situation where I believe, say, yo, you're just wrong and it doesn't make sense and there's no excuse. And
suppose it hit close to home though. Suppose the person that your partner took out was a loved one, another loved one. Law is still a law?
love one of mine?
Yeah.
Maybe
like say your mother.
Yeah, man, that, you know, as you bring that up, there was a case in Jamaica, I saw in the news recently, about a man that killed his wife, and the mother of his wife, right, she was like, she forgive him for that, and people were like, what? The man who killed his daughter? Oh, you forgive him, you can't get to that place.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a similar situation, and so, you know, which side?
Yeah.
But to answer that though, I think I'm going back to the movie aspect of it. But because you went to mother, and I mean, my mind I think this. So is it that you didn't know somebody killer before? What would have sparked you to like join forces of police and be like a part of that? Like my mind I think so many things, to be honest. Because your mom, yeah, I get that, and people can forgive. So I'll probably, that's the trap there, because you don't know where to turn. Partner, mother, you know. But then 26 years ago, so if it even was your mom, you don't let go of it, like you don't move past it. What are we saying? I'm not sure.
Well, what all we can say is we can look at the scenario, but all I'm gonna say, guys, live a life free from crime. So you have to be in this situation. I think that is just
Rightfully
that.
So.
That is
Rightfully
just that.
so.
So here what Denecia, we have another one.
For it, yeah.
Yes.
Pick it up.
Dig it up. Speak it up. Nothing too heavy. Let's hear it.
What song do you hear that pisses you off instantly?
Whoa. What song do you hear that pisses you off instantly?
You see this kind of.
Nobody can see.
I don't need to sing it. That's it. Everybody know what that means.
Stop. Queen.
What if you need to find this a look? What money long?
Well,
No,
whatever
let
she
me
wants.
tell you, there's nothing wrong with the song, you know. It's
Just
a
like
nice
Below?
song, but when everybody is playing it, every time you open TikTok, every time you open a platform, every video, every reel, like, everyone will turn to hear it, like, I don't know what you're taking. I'm so annoyed right now.
I cannot think of my song. Like which song can I do? Because I'm a lover of music, you know. And I don't know, to be honest. I don't really have one at the top
You
of my
must
head.
have one song.
I know there must be one, but like it's not there at the top of my head. I mean,
It's about the birthday
Alright,
song.
here's my take to get as in the busy
This is signal.
no
Birthday
man,
song.
no, me love it.
Happy birthday, happy Friday. Sorry, it have a buzz.
It does. It does.
I just wish it was a little faster. But here's
This have a buzz too.
Which one?
This, the same.
made for you.
Yes, made for you have a buzz.
That was for people, not for other people, not for me.
Oh, so you're joining on the tree. It's the same thing for you.
It's not the same thing, but I agree with her. It's annoying to me just hear twin and I just want to knock it off.
Yeah.
But for me though, here's my take. That's my, you know, them say you cancel every take, something where you know say people have any skilly bang or spice song, but that's one lock off my ears.
No. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're not here for that.
That's me, guys. That's just my view. That's so.
Okay, go
Especially
back.
skinny bag.
Hey, it's true. My
Like
favorite
what?
pop still there, because it's fun.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah, that's why we have you on the show.
I put myself out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, me back brand. But what about you guys? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. Send us a DM. Want to know what are your opinions to these questions? You know, does your duty as a partner is it greater to your partner? Is your duty as a partner
Greater than the law.
greater to your partner itself or to the
The
law?
law.
What is greater? What should your priorities be on? Or which song that would stick you out?
The song will just make you go.
Tired of this.
I'm over this.
I'm over this. But of course, if you're just joining us, you're watching and listening to JASL After Dark, brought to you by the Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, live on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, you can definitely contact the Jamaica AIDS Support for Life for free HIV and syphilis testing, or you could call us if you find out that you're living with HIV to start treatment. All right?
So we have with us Denecia Green, aka Temptress.
Yes.
who will be with us to discuss the art of seduction. This sound deep, you know. This sound deep. So, more on getting it. First of all, what is seduction? What's seduction?
Seduction.
Yeah.
Listen, seduction is power once you tap into it the right way. Seduction is it's an expression of intimacy,
Yes.
connection, creativity. You know, it has a lot to do
I was
with
just thinking right
Just right in the middle, you know.
Like, I said, we should have a pen.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It has a lot to do with, you know, like gaining control, confidence, and pretty much just figuring out what is it that makes your partner amazing, you know, or not even your partner, but somebody you're attracted to. What is it that makes them amazing? Remember, seduction somewhat is a form of manipulation to it. It is.
I know when it comes down to manipulation, other people manipulate with words, you know. So how do you seduce with words?
Words go in accordance with body language. Cause you can't just say something and it just come off dry.
Right.
So you have to maintain like eye contact.
We don't want nothing dry. It must be lubricated.
Must be lubricated.
Yes.
That's right.
And so you know why men lick their lips so much?
A woman don't know what can we just do it.
To lubricate their lies.
Well, I mean, maybe you do it in such a manner it come off sexy. You know, maybe I get a little twitch when you do it. Same thing. You see how I change up the voice for me? So it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Exactly.
Alright, I like those. Yeah, teach me start me now a pen. But you are a romance and erotic author. Like, walk us through the process of seduction. Walk us through the process. Is there like a process?
There is no process. For me, like the name Temptress, I think it was just thrown at me. I was always told that even when I'm not consciously doing anything, people are telling me that I'm flirting or I'm coming off as sexy and sensual. Apparently, I just naturally
No comment.
you know.
Right.
There's always sexual tension
Energy.
when I'm present. I don't know. Hence why I got the name. So, not tooting my own horn or anything, but I don't really have to do a lot of work per se, unless you know we're doing the cliche kind of seduction. You know, the little lingerie and the petal and the setting and all of them somewhere. But otherwise, in terms of just words and body language and your attire and all of that, yeah, I think that comes naturally for me. Thank God. Yeah, the aura.
So it all depends on the person.
It all depends on the person. Which is why I said, again, it's a form of manipulation. So in seducing somebody, you have to study your target. So you have to know what is it that makes this person tick. You have to tap into their weak spot then. Because if we're being honest, remember, you can't seduce somebody who's content.
Yeah, for real.
Remember, whatever they're lacking, whatever void, their weakness, a woman craving attention, for example, and a man come along and start telling her sweet nothings, she'll go soak it up because she's not getting that compliment, the sweet nothings from her partner at home. So she'll go soak it up if she gets it otherwise, right?
Yeah.
So seducing somebody, you have to hit them when you're lacking something, when there's a need for something. So you have to study what is it that gets them going.
You know, listening to all of this though, it made me wonder. It made me wonder. As you talk about manipulation and exploiting and whatever. Does this all sound ethical?
It can be. It can be. So there are different types of seduction. It can be ethical and consensual, and it can also be manipulation or a means to an end. So it depends. It really depends on the individuals. But I mean, for the most part, I think, for the most part, society has seduction as pleasure. They oftentimes confuse it for love. Because the end goal, I think, for the most part, is usually sex. No? When you seduce somebody, usually sex, I think, for the end goal. That's the one of the misconceptions, I think, with seduction.
So tell us about the other end goals, if there are any, so I can understand.
I sound like you're disagreeing with me.
No. You know,
alright.
Let me hear
It's
it.
open to
Perfect
learning
example
more
of it being consensual. Alright, so let's say you and I are together.
Right.
we're out with a group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to step away and maybe have a little one-on-one with my girlfriend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You, out of the blue, totally unexpected, unplanned, decide to walk up behind me, maybe just place kisses on my shoulders or my neck. In that moment, you don't know what you did to me just by doing that. Remember, I'm not expecting anything like that. I'm casually having a conversation with my girl. You are here coming up, unexpectedly being affectionate. Do you know how sexy that is? Like, my girlfriend will look and say, yeah, good man that's watching. Who want that kind of something? And then between my legs just...
Don't river.
What? So that's consensual, right? That's not manipulate. That's consensual. Yeah, man. So in that regards, like for a couple, it's a way to kind of rekindle or reignite that little spark between both of you. But otherwise, you can't even do that with random friends, or somebody you're dating. It's a little vibe. It's a little vibe. It's a spontaneous vibe. Yeah, man.
That.
So remember too, women are not really. We're not really wired sexually, unlike a man. So yes, when we seduce, we ultimately think sex as the end goal. When a woman seduces a man. But I think for women, we appreciate the other things more. So tapping into the sensual side. So more using words and being attentive. So we always are complaining to a man, no listen. Do not listen. So when you find a man, who will just listen to you, again, like you're coming like a sponge, because you say, who make him? Or him stay, maybe not even really a process where you're saying about. You're at least pretending as if you're listening and you register something. It does
give the right feedback.
You give the right feedback, you know when to say, alright, she did say X, Y, and Z, and you run with a point there, you ask follow up to that, then make something there. We appreciate that more. We appreciate that more.
You know what women love too? And you say we. So you talk about you handle the issue, and you say we'll, and the man say we'll work it out together.
Yeah, so nice.
Yes.
How considerate, how thoughtful. You can't say you seduce manipulating. You're manipulating.
Maybe I've read an article before this to prepare for this conversation.
I'm sure. How about you? I know you guys are the one asking the questions. How do you seduce?
Alright. How do I seduce? Jeez, I feel
how
like
have you seduced?
I feel like I lay my cards on the table.
Man, we're big people.
Here we go on. Here we go on.
But I've always fight, but alright, we're big people.
Yeah. So it starts with the actions before you even get to the interaction. So me see you and you see me, I mean make you know say me see you without doing it overtly. When you I make 4 from a distance, that's how it all starts. And when you make your entry in terms of how you start a conversation, you find something interesting.
Right.
Women, if you make a woman laugh, you ease the tension right away. But you can't be too calm because you're going to end up in the group chat later.
That is true.
You see, you have to know the game. But women, men are visual, right? What we see, that's enough for us. Women like words. That's why people. I was gonna say that's why them so easy to be lied to, but that's why people say, women are easily manipulated because them are meant things deeper than just for the surface. Jeez, I feel like me throw myself on several buses. So you have to know if you say the right things.
That is true. We do appreciate visual too,
Yeah, no, you appreciate it.
That too.
But I feel like the sound, the words, them something they will get to those go deeper.
That's true. That is true.
That's just the initial essential part, It's into them one.
And
And that was just think about one, but it's pretty. I see what I like and I attack it. And when I say attack, I don't just like. When be up front.
Yo, babes.
No.
Okay, I saw Jamaican man attacking in yo.
That's a Jamaican man. No. You have a few.
Come off too strong.
No, that's why I'm tell you what it says. Not an attack where I'm be, but more like assertive.
Okay.
Have conversations.
change up the vibes.
Make it, no, not necessarily. That will happen as well, but I'll make you laugh. I compliment you. And so, no, we can't put my cards out because then probably somebody else will watch. But
And I
those
said,
are
oh,
few, but those are like the few. Like there's, as you said earlier, it's all about the person, and just being spontaneous.
Mhm.
And of course, I do listen a lot, because that's how I learn about you, or the person.
Or the person.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I don't know. Apparently people are on the line
Everybody's thinking
that can corroborate what he's saying, right? Yeah?
Tell you what are some creative ways, Denecia, for couples to introduce more excitement and novelty into their relationships?
Tell us.
How to introduce excitement.
Yeah.
Define excitement.
Well,
Because we can go from very subtle to out there, you know.
well, we're very
So-
vanilla. We started at the very vanilla.
We're very vanilla.
Yeah, turn it up a little.
Alright, if we're very vanilla, I would start with sex toys. You know me not leave out my little sex toys. I know say being men, like bash toys.
No, barbershop settings.
But just know But just know when we say toys, we're not necessarily talking about dildo and them things.
Mhm.
You have couples gadgets that
Yeah.
you can use.
Something
And
as simple as
remember,
dice.
you know your
You
thing
don't-
though.
I told
You
you I
know
read
your
an
thing
article,
though.
I read
You
an
read an
article,
article.
guys, I
Okay,
read
go
an
and read the article. I love that for you. So the sex dice,
Yeah.
perfect. You know you have the little vibrating underwear. You have the remote and you go out to dinner. You are in control, you know. You can torture her
You
as
can eye
much
across
as
the
you
table
want.
and just
Yeah, man,
press the button.
The waiter
Okay.
take the order, you just press the button, maximize, and she try hold it together. Cause she know where I'm going down there. So
What did you say?
you guys can, you guys can have fun together with gadgets. You know, cock rings. I can go on and on about gadgets, but it's not just. I just want people to get rid of the notion that sex toys mean replacing a man.
right.
Or a woman having gadgets is replacing a man. It's not that. It's enhancing the sexual encounter. Where you can't do it in the bedroom, the toys can.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Men-
They can help you out.
Toys are not your enemy.
Exactly.
They are your friends.
Exactly.
But for a man who is insecure, because you just said it's enhanced, it means that it needs work. So for someone who is insecure now, and you're going to tell him that the toys enhanced, is it that you're telling them that it not really makes sense? So this have to come in?
No, but
Okay.
remember, you know, women don't really orgasm from penetration easily. So if you can have one little bullet where you just rest on the clit and you penetrate 2-3 times and she go one round already, it make you look good, you know. What do you mean? And let's work that for you. Especially if you know say she feel good and you know you're not last long. The toys help you. You know, in terms of, you know, just exploring. So what if maybe she wants to try something different that you're not necessarily open to, like anal, for example.
Okay.
You're not really open to that. You put a toy there, cause you not go there, you know. But you're not opposed to her
Getting that pleasure.
getting that pleasure that she needs. It's better you use that toy than to get it elsewhere, right?
When you do work and just hello.
So toys definitely is one of the ways.
No, nobody
that-
rock their shackle on the first episode. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Toys definitely one of the ways that you can do it as well. You know, Mega mentioned pole dancing because that's right up my alley. Yeah, pole dancing. We can have a little pole in the bedroom, or we can go on with ourselves in
You
the
have one in your
confines
bedroom?
of our bedroom. That is not why we're here. I'm just telling
Alright,
you.
can I see it then?
We can.
Since you don't want to tell me.
Listen, poles are available on Amazon and online. You can get them there. You don't need to see them.
And Nigel just raised up the customs duty, so if you are worried about shipping it in, you can ship it in.
Wait.
Oh gosh.
So tell you what, I want to know, you know, we start the seduction, you know, we're in the process of getting to know each other. Is there like a spicy way? How do you go about learning about each other's past and stuff and keep it spicy?
Learning about each other's past. Alright, so for me, I think again, because it's such, it can get really uncomfortable and awkward, discussing certain aspects of your past.
Right.
And, not just trying to decide how much to share with this person, you're not trying to scare them. Right? So for me, I try to go with like little icebreakers. Start small, and again, you have card packs out there for that. So if you don't know what to ask, you literally have a card pack called relationship questions or first time questions. So if you don't want to even bring the card pack out to make it look too obvious, just flip through it, see the questions, the guidance, what to put in your app, whatever, because you have your phone and so you can use it as a guide. But personally, I feed on body language. So based on how my conversation is with you, I kind of decide, all right, I can gauge here, so can I go there with him through a question and see the reaction first to decide how far to go. So I feed on body language, so there's no direct way, I just watch the person's response to decide.
And be like, okay, so not for you.
You're journaling. You are journaling.
No, man, I'm not journaling. No,
you're sneaking.
I said that fun.
You're sneaking, man.
I change when I make them draw attention to that. So there's a comment somebody was there saying, my man wants me to dress up and role play, but I'm stuck in my head. How do I go about this?
Why? Women always do that. I feel like you're overthinking it. You can start small. So practice in the mirror first. It may feel awkward because you talk to yourself, but practice in the mirror. You don't have to don't think costumes yet. Just think about words and executing and confidence. What you can do as well, if something helps your mood, maybe you have a particular underwear when you put it on, you feel confident. A particular lingerie, you just feel this extra everything. When you do that, put it on to help. Just calm your nerves when you're about to go into that. But I think practicing in your bedroom, look at yourself, look at your facial expressions, practice, nothing wrong with that. You might mess up the first time you decide to give it a try. You might mess up, but that's okay. It never just happens overnight. We all have to start somewhere. So you just keep practicing, and before you know it, role plays, it's a breeze.
Another question on the topic of toys. What's the relation between toys and infections?
In terms of course you can get, unless it is that, if you're talking STDs, just like regular sex, I don't expect you to just be walking around inserting your gadgets in all and sundry, right? I mean, you still have to ask the questions, you still have to do the necessaries. So yes, it's okay to use your gadgets, but in terms of cleaning and storing and all of that, to minimize things as simple as like a yeast infection, because you can get, if it's dirty and all of that, you're introducing a foreign matter into the body, right? So with everything, you're gonna exercise care, proper hygiene, proper protocol, just the same. Don't think because it's a toy, alright, you're gonna near a vagina, it have a little fishy smell, you still have to insert the toy in there, and then we'll have one little, let's say it's a strap on, and then you're gonna insert the same gadget into you. And I mean, common sense, so you have to be careful with everything that you're doing. You have to be careful.
Okay.
I'm listening. I am listening.
Yeah, you're a key listener. I
did tell you.
I realize.
I did tell
Super
you.
cool.
But roles, emotions, what role do they play in the seductive strategy? One tongue
Emotions, I think, is that little icing on the cake.
Okay.
It sweetens it. It makes everything nicer. The more passionate you are about the person, about the act that is about to be carried out, I feel like you're gonna give it 110%.
Emotions worth the scale.
Yeah, man, they gone. You're gonna give it your all. So I feel like It's definitely an integral part of seduction because if you're not into it, then it don't make sense.
True.
If you just do this because just try make her happy, that don't make sense. But you know, when you're really into it, you know, I think there's more connection, there's more bonding. So with the emotions, yes.
Okay.
Emotions.
And then you'll know, you'll feel it. Body language, as you said.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
not
definitely.
feel it. And if you pay attention to your partner body as well, you'll know.
Yes.
You'll definitely know.
That's very important to
You know, paying,
you know, just ram bam slam.
paying attention to the person is very important. So that's why I want to find out what's your ideal romantic setting.
My ideal
Yeah, yours,
romantic
Denecia.
setting.
Ideal romantic setting.
Why we're putting this out there now?
I just want to know.
I just thought of it alone.
Two of us.
So for me, I'm a sucker for scenery, and by scenery I mean natural environment. So I like view, I like lookout spots, city lights,
I mean, it's gonna
beach,
look out, you know.
and
So,
so
you like watching the sunset?
yes, I
Awesome.
like those things. So for me, once I have that type of scenery, bringing anything onto that scenery is perfect to me. It could have just been one bottle of wine, and when I want lookout spots, chill, chat, finger food, I'm good with that.
Finger food.
Scenery, don't get me wrong, you know, I like luxuries too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that
Just
just
a set.
is that different? Finger food, me
But what kind of finger food?
food your finger before you eat it.
Okay.
I tell everybody I'm gonna up. Alright,
You know, when I'm listening to you, I get somebody that one of your love language is quality time. You like spending quality time?
No.
Oh, okay, it's not
No.
wrong.
Very wrong.
So, you have to go on this, the
Very, very
view
wrong.
and bring the wine and chill and all of that. So it's just like.
No, it's not my primary love language though. But I'm not saying I don't mind it. So I'm not a fussy person. Cause you know you think romantic setting it, I think you want the fancy this and the holy pub. No, once I have a good scenery for me, my Gucci. Bring anything to the scenery, my Gucci.
And that's where the conversation starts.
And that's where the conversation starts.
Spending time there.
Right. Amongst other things.
Other things like what?
Other things. A lot of things. All the other things. Finger food and stuff. Right.
Okay, so how do you suggest couples maintain intimacy and passion as their relationship evolves over time?
I feel like you need to schedule date nights.
Like once a week, once a month, or based on
depends on both of
relationship?
you.
Okay.
But ideally, I would say at least once per month.
Okay.
Like an official date night. No matter what, no matter who, you have to go find ways to make it work. Get rid of the kids if you have to get rid
I
of
was
the
just
kids.
about to ask, what if there are kids in the
You
mix?
have to go make it work. Stick to it. Find time for the date night and make it work. Because too often we get so caught up with, just the stresses of life and we go routine, we go work, home, kids, homework, yada. And your partner gets so lost in the mix, So I feel like you definitely need to schedule date night. Just, to give your partner that little reassurance from time to time. Definitely. Have planned the date nights.
Okay.
Because that's like maintaining the relationship.
Yeah. And doing spontaneous gestures. Date night don't necessarily have to mean going out.
Right.
You can do a spontaneous gesture at home. Maybe a little massage. Use what you have at home, improvise, a little diffuser, set up your essential oils, your candlelight, cue your playlists, YouTube. You create your own
Chocolate syrup.
chocolate syrup,
Yeah.
like a whipped cream, get your strawberries and your dip on.
How do you incorporate food and massages into all of this?
How?
Yeah, to enhance intimacy. How do if I want to start out and try out some food items and all of that?
And tell him what food item as well.
Yeah, more enhance intimacy.
So for a beginner, you can spray whipped cream on the nipples. You can put some strawberries onto the whipped cream if you want. If not, you can just go with the whipped cream. And you're going in with your mouth and you're devouring it gently, sensually. You work your way down her spine to the navel. I don't know how far down you are willing to go, but you know, everything works. Emotions,
Absolutely.
the sensuality.
I say the tip of the nose run down.
Tip of the nose, if you want to use a chocolate syrup, dribble it along the body. Easy thing.
From the lips to the lips.
From lips to lips. Every lip.
Oh my God.
From the lips to the lips.
From the lips to the lips.
So yeah, man, easy.
But
man.
over yourself visualize.
I mean, if you don't even want to do all of that, you know, maybe you're shy, you're nervous, you can just feed her with it then. Feed her with, you know. I always say grapes or strawberries.
Grapes or
Maybe the
strawberries.
way she starts eating the fruit from you will kind of get something standing for you, you know. But
Absolutely.
who knows?
Yes.
Right.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? But you're at a social affair, right? And you spot someone you would like to seduce. Of course, you attract their attention and just the whole works of it. How do you get them to think about you? Like, what would you do?
You spot somebody at a social event.
Yeah, you like to seduce that person. Alright.
Did you make it known that you like you see her?
No, so I'm trying to understand
See
how
her.
you would do it, and I'm just telling you to think about it this way: that you're at the event and you spot someone that you would like to
You
seduce.
spot me.
Calvin.
As an example, yeah.
As an example.
Maybe try and make sure it's a Calvin see me first.
Okay.
So if I have to walk by 50 minutes,
Listen!
I have to make sure say at some point me and Calvin I make 4.
Okay.
And when I make 4, you gotta kind of give him a little sexy look too. So and not just look and look.
Yeah.
You gotta communicate something with your eye, you know. See what I like. You're gonna speak that with your eyes, right? So based on his reaction, you
I'm still hiding. You can hide it.
you
I'm
know
still
you're gonna ask that to the. You know you're gonna ask.
Like, some know I'm Kelvin knows.
Them say
that
men
I-
are slow, so we would like the assistance.
Yeah, and me want Kelvin know the eye that.
And I
Yeah.
give her the whole of my technique, so. I'm supposed to go out to the people them and see me I look for certain people certain way. Them are gonna know the eyes that.
Alright, thank you. Behind the pot. Come on. True, 'cause we want Calvin to know what the eye is. We don't want Kelvin to miss it. Suppose you walk and you just a look, and you just a look, and Kelvin like, is she blind? Does
You
she
don't
have
know what the
glasses?
eyes.
No, probably Calvin don't know.
And then I say, and when
Oh, but you know.
Calvin, you're dealing.
You know the eyes.
Probably do.
Like you're looking at me right now.
I'm looking at this.
You just gave me the eyes though.
Wow.
you see, but you see, sometimes what we see might not necessarily be
It
what was
can
communicated.
be that
And
is true.
there are
Right.
sometimes
That is true.
a lot of misconceptions. So I want to ask you about the misconceptions that exist in terms of spicing up relationship. Are there any misconceptions that surround that?
Misconceptions is spicing up the
Relationship.
Yes. Are there any misconceptions with spicing up relationship, and how can couples overcome them?
Give me a second.
I
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I think about it.
Think about that.
So like, so I don't know, maybe people believe say you have to, like you said before, it automatically means toys. As an example of something that's probably not so. Any other misconception along that line?
That you read the toys, that you don't have to use the toys.
No, I was saying that just like how you suggested that you said that persons might think that spicing up automatically means toys, and that's a misconception. I'm saying along that line, any other misconception you can think of when it comes to spicing up the
The
relationship?
relationship.
Yeah, another thing, I realize, I don't know if it's a thing on social media or what it's coming from, but I'm realizing this craze in threesomes or wanting to bring somebody else in the relationship. Now, whereas a threesome may be awesome, it can ruin a perfectly healthy relationship. So I think that is one of the things though. I feel like everybody just want to do it because me want to say me did have a threesome. And we just want to have 2 girls and we want to have 2 men. And not so it works. You have to have like a solid foundation between both of you before you introduce somebody else. Because if we're not solid enough, and you go into that threesome, if you start looking at her a certain way, or enjoy her more, and jealousy start, and all kind of problems that probably weren't there before will develop. All because of what, couple minutes of fun? It's not
that
worth
short.
it.
It's not that short.
It just might be. You don't know the level of excitement that you're going into the threesome with.
Man,
It can be.
When the
It
cheat
can be.
code, when you're too excited, just tap out and come back again.
And what happens now when you tap out and one girl gets satisfied and the other one is satisfied? Wow. No, never think about that.
Well, there's some other my things still, so
Right.
I won't have that problem.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, man, I can't do that. I never pass sexy maths, so I can't do the addition.
We only stuck at 2.
Wait, yeah. Because you see, what you just said, it speaks to like competition right there, and I would also want to know in that sense, how do you manage competition in a relationship or in love? Because that's what it would lead to at the end of the day.
No, but you see, are we being specific to a threesome or
Yeah,
speak in general?
In general and to the threesome, both.
So to a threesome, like I said, there are factors that you have to consider.
So that, right.
You would have, well, in order for it to work, you would have had some prior conversation with your partner. Unless it is both of you are into casual sex and just randomly go out and pick up somebody fine. I don't really support that kind of thing, but if that's what you do, whatever. But like a good, fun threesome, conversation. So you establish your boundaries. You establish, you're going to express your insecurities. So suppose I don't want you kissing her at all. You would have known that from before. I don't want you going down on her. I don't want you doing this. I don't want. If you realize that when you go through the whole of the boundaries and whatever,
You know, in a sense.
it don't make no sense. Cause like she not do this, she not do that.
She just a watch.
I bet you just don't bother with it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Don't just rush into a threesome cause everybody do a threesome. Like it's something that you need to really talk about for it to be fun. So it can be enjoyable. You just have to talk about it. Get to know the subjects, no random, make sure so everybody comfortable with each other, and we're not good to go.
Speaking of being comfortable, I know you're into pole fitness. Is that something you would recommend to everyone for spicing up the bedroom?
Definitely. However, it's not as easy as it may look. I don't know if it looks easy. I know you see the videos and we may go taboo and we see the tricks and the spin and whatever. Watching it is one thing.
Yeah,
Doing it is a whole different ball game. So it is nice enough, but don't feel like you're gonna buy a pole and you're gonna can boom flick and split overnight and a cycle. It's a lot of pain, lot of bruises, but yes, I do recommend it. It is fun once you get the hang of it.
Has pole dancing influenced you as a writer, as an erotic author in your creative process?
Very good one.
In my creative process, I don't, not yet. Not yet. For me, pole dancing is more tapping into
After that,
my alter ego. Right.
After that.
My alter ego. It has helped with boosting my confidence as well. And just generally, I've seen changes in my body from pole dancing because we don't go gym. I don't go gym at all. And I've seen where, certain features have changed because of pole dancing. So I'm enjoying it for what it is right now. It really helps to clear my mind. If I'm having a long day or so, mind you, the pole stress me out sometimes too. But it helps.
Well, when the pole stress you out, you just find another pole will get very stress.
It makes sense.
Makes sense.
A different kind of pole, right?
That's right.
How do you handle the criticism surrounding, pole? Because some people they're stuck to the whole idea. They say pole for go, their words. How do you handle that kind of criticism for those who don't understand?
I can't knock them for thinking that because that's the foundation.
Right.
Hats off to my exotic dancers. I have nothing against them. Always love them. When I used to go taboo or shades, I was always just fascinated. Before I started pole dancing, I was always just fascinated by how it is that you can do tricks and do that on a pole. So me just go for the entertainment. I never go for the sexual part of it until I started, doing it myself. So the criticism, I can't, for me, it's more of, if I like something, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that what I'm doing, let's just say certain things, stepping away from pole dancing, just the whole nature of my content, my platform. Me know when me guilty of, me know when me doing the confines of my bedroom. So whether you want to come at me for something or accuse me or something, at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing from what I'm not doing. Right? So I'm not really fazed by the naysayers. If I do it, if I'm passionate about it, if I'm happy.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going against any rules. I'm not causing harm to anybody. Then I really don't care what you think.
Probably like mental harm when we watch it and we get seduced by it. But
Nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only I'm gonna focus on still. Be good. Alright.
Of course.
Let's talk about
Safety.
your books for a second. Are they all fictional or are they based on personal experiences?
They are.
I feel like that question is already answered.
Answered,
Why are
yeah.
you taking so long to answer the question?
Yeah.
But go ahead if you must.
Okay. All my novels are fictional, by the way.
All fictional?
All my novels are fictional.
Are they all fictional?
Listen, don't mix my words. But every writer is inspired at some point by personal experiences. However, you pull from a little bit of everything. People around you, you get caught up in your emotions. People venting on social media. Your experiences of your friends. Okay, someone a drunk or on a stress with
I don't
to
know that.
So you listen to your girlfriends and when them talks and you pull from there, and you remember the drunk already stressed you 5 years ago, you just maybe sweeten that. So it's a little bit of everything, but it's a fictional novel. All of them are fictional novels.
So from all this creativity and writing, how exploring that side, how does that affect you in terms of your own personal relationships?
Well, it's a struggle, It's a struggle. I didn't know this, but I'm told that unfortunately some men are intimidated by me. I don't know why. I guess I come off as very experienced. I don't know. I really don't know. It can be a struggle. And also, sometimes the expectation is almost like, alright, because you see me doing this or talking about this, like you expect to get it all in one go. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are.
You don't want to take the time to get to know me or get to a certain level. Like, if I'm open to certain things, that don't mean say, alright, may you go 2-3 times. You're gonna just get it just so. Just like go. No. So some persons may have gotten a very good version of me, the best of me, everything. Another person can relate to a thing that I'm talking about. They never have the encounter there with me. So it depends. At the end of the day, it all depends on energy. So it can be a struggle.
And you picking them out because you seem like you know how to do that. To weed them out, Now, me listen to you.
It's a struggle. It's a real struggle, but I'm hoping that it gets better.
You spoke about the idea of a man thinking you have all this experience. So for a man like myself who you feel shy and you feel like you don't match up, what would you tell me in terms of for me to not feel like I should worry about your experience?
I need you to just be you. Be comfortable. Be open. I don't expect everybody to do everything, but what I would want is to give it a try at least once. If you try it and you don't like it, fine. But don't just shut it down and say you're not do this, dip on that. No. I feel like we need to just have open, honest conversations and then we just navigate it from there. So just be you. At the end of the day, just be you. No pressure. Just be you and take criticism.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I say I don't really like something, or it's not me bashing you, or if I'm talking you through something, it's not me, saying don't do it like that, but I'm trying, I'm genuinely just trying to help you
Guide you.
be better.
It's probably so you say it. How do you say it?
The ego thing sometimes just lower the ego a little bit. I'm coming from a good place, I promise. I'm not trying to make you feel like you're less than or can't do this, but I know what makes me tick. So I'm gonna try and help you get there.
It's funny as you said that. It was just yesterday I was having a conversation with a woman, and she was saying that if she have to teach the man what to do, she don't want that man.
No.
So
no,
what would you
that's
tell
not
women
fair.
like who have those kinds of beliefs where the man for do what he must do and she's not supposed to have to tell him nothing?
Well, I mean, I can't fight a woman for taking that stance, But I know, I'm not like that, because guess what? I had a teacher. I was a very innocent person.
You sound like 50
Very,
shades.
very, very innocent person. Now, if everybody had that standpoint, I had that one partner who taught me every single thing I know.
That sound like Christian
From
Grey.
role play, everything. And he coached me through everything. When I say coach, I mean literally tell me how to wrap my lips around whatever, how to do whatever. He coached me through everything. Virgin as a baby, I never know nothing. So if I didn't have somebody like him who was willing to teach, me take what you know, learn from him. You tweak as you go along and you try to figure out new things. So I can't share that standpoint that some women have. I will teach, but I don't have a problem.
Well, you said
I don't have a
tweak.
problem.
Yeah, you said tweak, right? And because it doesn't, to answer the question as well, it doesn't mean that the person doesn't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Remember, you come across different people, different body, and everybody reacts differently.
Yeah.
So you teaching me or telling me is helping me in the future to better able please you or pleasure you. So that's how I see it. To be honest.
Yes. But then, remember that with everything that you learn, you're going to use it as you go along, as you say, and you're going to figure out what works for that person, because you may have done that in a past relationship and it worked. You did that with me, nothing will go on this. But at the same time, you still kind of have a little foundation, right? So I agree with that lady that was saying that.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I said, boy, you're looking at it very wrong, because at the end of the day, the goal is to please you. And nobody's not supposed to know better how to please you than you. So if you have the cheat code, why you wouldn't help me to make sure it's like work for you?
You have to start somewhere, and that we're too selfish. Just keep the good to ourselves.
A couple years ago, I remember this dear pastor, someone she had the lady said, the swipe card now work. Because all my man thinks I do things and I do the right thing. The swipe card does not work.
You're not a fun spot. Access tonight.
All them a try, it does not make sense. So I think it's one of those
she
things.
could have helped him figure out the swipe cards.
Tell him the pin.
Could have tell him the pin and make him try. No, if she had tell him and it's still now working a different something like that. But she could have helped him out still.
Yeah.
But seeing that you're known, or people would call you the temptress, right? Have you ever been tempted? Have you ever tried to seduce someone and you realize that you find yourself within that person, or you're seeing yourself in that person? Have you ever seen that before? And how do you deal with it?
All the time. But big up Jesus. Big up Jesus. I really don't have sometimes you just have to walk away from certain situations. I know my weaknesses. I know that some people, they end up in a room with them, the fight is going to be real. I am honest with myself, so guess what? I'm not going to go in that room with you and I alone. So
Meet a match.
yeah, it's not going to end well, so guess what? I'm going to just avoid it.
And what if you are avoiding that person and that person is very determined?
Persistent.
How do you? There we go. How do you?
Boy, if me have to block, if me have to delete, which certain things you just...
The serious one.
Yeah, man. block, delete, just keep it moving.
So it's safe to say that not all the time. It's for something that
No,
you did
no.
bad,
Sometimes
something that
it's
you're
just
too good at.
out of sight, out of mind. So let me just block you for you for a couple of days. I don't want to see you right now. Just a couple of days, couple of months. Let me block you.
Yeah.
Get you out of my system a little bit till me regain my strength and composure, then we can talk to you.
So what if that person had imprinted on you? How do you go about that?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know why you want me to lose the fight. You sound like you want me to lose the fight.
Well.
Sometimes we have to give
fight,
it.
we'll fight till
We
the
have to give
end.
it
We're
sometimes.
fighting till the end. And sometimes when you give in at that time, the problem starts, you know. And you say, no, if you didn't know, you say, this me there.
I just said that, you know, I saw
No.
something. It's so funny, wow. So I saw, I think it was an article or one of the memes that said, you've waited, it's like they're saying that you've waited this person out and you being hard to get becomes trash. Is that always the case? Because you wait out this person, you'll be like, beat time, and the moment that you've given into it, trash. You ever experienced that before?
Have I ever experienced that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Never.
Mm-mm. I think the closest I've come to that is seeing somebody who looks good in clothes, like they're just sexy, everything they put on, smell good, look good, everything. And then once the clothes come off, it's just like
Perfect. Bravo.
exactly that.
Bravo. Yo, bravo.
It was like disappointing. It's almost like people saying, you know, men in uniform, they're just attractive in uniform, but you know, when the uniform come off, it's like the attractiveness gone. So I've had it's a similar encounter, but
You like
nothing.
men in uniform?
No, I'm afraid of them. I'm afraid of them.
I was planning on joining the force.
No.
Okay, so
Red
I won't bother them.
Red flag.
Does just after dark uniform come? No, laugh, this is true. Does the uniform come? So we can know what.
Oh gosh! Wow!
I'm just asking. We talking right here.
No, that doesn't count.
Last
Thinking
one,
more along camouflage and such.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid of those type of uniforms. Yeah.
Alright, no poll is here, but can you, I don't want you to leave us without walking us through a simple routine, in a minute, you know? Simple routine of sensual dancing.
Yeah.
Give a woman a tip. You know, you might not have to show, you know, we not put the children stress there, but tell a woman something she can do.
Forget our man's attention.
Yeah.
Wow.
In a minute or less. We're about to wrap up, you know, we're about to wrap up, so condense it.
No, sir. Talk through our routine.
Alright. Just give
Are
a tips
you-
in general.
Give me a look and like Mr. Kelvin that was wait for that. Wait for that.
Your hands. I feel like anything you do with your hands, a man will follow. So you're doing the move, sensual move, but you're touching erogenous zone. So if I go like this, he's gonna watch where the hand is. If I come down and go like this, you see?
No, my eyes are up
you
here.
look where the
No.
hand is.
Yes,
So you're moving
My
it.
eyes are
You're
moving.
moving it. You're not being a big bad dancer, caressing your body,
Yeah.
the erogenous zones. And of course, you know, here's the sexy thing. If you spread your legs, you have one finger. It's like, I don't know if you have visual.
Oh God, I am.
Okay, you see the view.
I see the view.
Beautiful view.
Beautiful.
Bent over, you have him attention. Right away.
You have mine right now?
Spirit. Anywhere the hands go,
Yeah.
he will follow. So you can captivate him. As we say, not with a big bad dancer, a simple sexual move, putting out your foot, you know, just caressing your own body. You have his attention like that. So don't overthink it.
Okay, don't overthink it. Well, we definitely had a handful, a mouthful.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, with the Art of Seduction.
Right?
Thank you so much, Denecia, for joining us tonight on Just Laughter Dark.
It was a
I feel like
pleasure.
maybe add some things to my crocus bag of tricks.
Good. Good. So you can come back and tell me how you seduce your partner.
What I want to say, I can't say right now, so I'm just gonna.
I will talk off it.
Alright.
And for you?
We can't talk, you know, the show we talk about that.
Tell you what, we want to remind you guys that Jamaica is a Work for Life. Just so we provide free HIV and syphilis testing, we provide free condoms and lubes, and if you're living with HIV, also free HIV treatment. So contact us 876-925-0021. Give us a call, book your appointments. We're here for you. Yeah. So next week, you know.
No.
Yeah, another hot conversation. We want to remind you, Just After Dark, every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Right
Where
here on TikTok.
what we can talk in the day, we talk after dark. Then you say anything you want to say to the people before we go?
Just always remember to keep it real. Don't
Mhm.
stop loving your partner. Always find new things, schedule a date night, and just go and live good, have fun, and multiple orgasms.
I think that's a good note to close on.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining. See you next week.
I'm out.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Alrighty.
Bye.